Hello everyone, today we are going to review writing equations of lines a little bit, and then we're going to talk about parallel and perpendicular lines. A couple formulas that are important when we're writing the equation of a line is, one of them is slope-intercept form. Okay, which is y is equal to mx plus b. And this formula we are going to use if we have the slope and y-intercept. Okay, or if we have the slope and y-intercept, or if we can find the slope and y-intercept, we're going to use this formula. All right. The other formula that we're going to use is point slope form. Okay, and point slope form is this: y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Okay, and we use this one if we have a point and slope. Okay, or if I can find a point and the slope, I would use this formula. So if I had 2 points, I could use those 2 points to find the slope, and then I would use this formula to find the equation of the line. So if we look at example 1 here, if I have this graph, I can see that the y-intercept is 4. Okay, and I can look at this thing and I can find the slope of it. So I have this point, and let's say we're going down 4 and we're going over 1. So my slope is -4 over 1, which is -4. Okay, so since I have the slope and the y-intercept, we're going to use y is equal to mx plus b. All right, slope is the m, y-intercept is the b. Okay, so my equation would be this: y is equal to -4x plus 4. And that's it. Okay, so moving on to number 2 here. Again, we're given the slope-intercept, so you're automatically just going to go to y is equal to mx plus b. Okay, so my slope again is m, y-intercept is b, and I just sub those things in. So y is equal to 7/3 x plus 2. Okay, the next one, number 3, write the slope-intercept form of the equation of the line through the given points. Okay, so first thing I need to do is I need to find the slope. Okay, so the slope formula is this: m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, or rise over run. So how much is my y changing over how much is my x changing? Okay, so for my y's, if I do -2 minus -3 over -4 minus 3, that's going to give me 1 over -7, which is -1/7. So that would be my slope here. And then since I have a point and the slope, we're going to use that formula: y minus y1 is equal to slope times x minus x1. Okay, so I could pick either of these points. Let's use this one for x1, y1, and then this is our m. And we're just going to sub those things in. So I have y plus 3 is equal to -1/7 of x minus 3. Okay, and then we're just going to simplify this thing. So we're going to distribute that negative 1/7. So I've got y plus 3 is equal to negative 1/7 x. That's going to be plus 3/7. And then we're going to subtract 3 from both sides, and that would be y is equal to negative 1/7 x. It's actually minus 18/7. And that would be our equation here. Okay, here's another one, pretty similar to the one that we just did. The difference is that we already have the slope, and we're finding an equation that goes through that point there. So again, we're going to use this formula, y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Okay, so this would be our x1, y1, and that is our slope. Okay, so here I have y minus 1 is equal to negative 1/7 of x minus 2 there. So then we're just going to distribute again. So if I distribute this negative 1/7 here, I get y minus 1 is equal to negative 1/7 x plus 2/7. And then if I add 1 to both sides, we get y is equal to negative 1/7 x plus 9/7. Okay, so that's a review of some stuff we did from first semester. So you guys should be able to write equations of lines like this. So today we're going to talk about some parallel and perpendicular lines. So something that we need to know about parallel and perpendicular, okay? Parallel is always going to have the same slope. Okay, if something is perpendicular, the slope will be opposite reciprocal slope. Okay, so now if I want to write an equation of a line that is parallel to y is equal to 4, and it goes through the point -1, -5, okay? The line y is equal to 4, it actually has no slope, okay? So our slope is really 0 here. It's just a horizontal line. So this other equation, basically our slope is 0, okay? And it would go through this line here. So that would be, we would use this formula again, y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Okay, so that would be y plus 5 is equal to 0 times x plus 1. All this stuff just goes away because 0 times anything is 0. So I end up with y is equal to -5. So that would be my parallel line. Okay, so the next one, if I want a line parallel to this one, that means that my slope needs to be -5. Okay, and we're going to call this again x1, y1. So here we're going to have y plus 2 is equal to -5 times x minus 1. Distribute that -5. And we get y plus 2 is equal to -5x plus 5. Subtract 2 from both sides, and we get y is equal to -5x plus 3. So that would be the equation of our line here. All right, moving on to number 7. If I want something perpendicular to this, okay, perpendicular to 1/9 means that we need to flip it. Okay, so flipping it would be 9/1 and change the sign. So my slope is going to be -9 here. So that's my slope, okay? And then I have this point x1, y1. So here my equation would be this. Y plus 5 is equal to -9 times x minus 4. Okay, distribute, you get y plus 5 is equal to -9x plus 36, and then subtract 5 from both sides, and we end up with y is equal to -9x plus 31. So that would be our equation there. And then number 8 is pretty much the same thing. You're going to find the opposite reciprocal slope and then work from there. Let's go down to number 9. Show whether each pair of lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither by finding the slopes. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to find the slope of each line. So this line right here, I've got this point and this point, okay, and that would have a slope of 3/1. Okay, here I've got this point, and this this one has a slope of 1/3. And what we're looking for is either the same slope or opposite reciprocals. Okay, these two slopes are reciprocals, but they're not opposite. They don't have opposite signs. So this one would actually be neither. Okay, going to number 10. The slope of the first line. So if I have this point and this point, I'm going down 1, 2, 3, 4/1. So my slope is -4/1. For this line, my slope is 1/4. Those are opposite reciprocals, so these would be perpendicular to each other. Okay, next one, number 11. So my slope here, from here to here, I'm going up 1/5. On this one, I'm going, again, up 1/5. Since these are exactly the same, these two lines are parallel. And then the last one, here from here to here, the slope of that is 1/7. This one goes from here to here, so it has a slope of 1/6. So these are not the same, so this would actually be neither. Okay, so today you guys should be able to write the equations of lines, and you should be able to recognize lines that are parallel or perpendicular. Okay, so check out the assignment on Canvas. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.